the great strengths of the NATO alliance is every decision is taken by consensus. There's never a vote. Which means, let's say when I was the NATO ambassador a decade ago, I was supposedly the 800-pound gorilla. But if I couldn't convince the other 15 sitting in the room, nothing happened. In fact, every single ally has the capacity to say no. Right now we have a problem, or NATO has a problem, of trying to work constructively with the European Union, especially in Afghanistan. Turkey is blocking that on the grounds that Cyprus was let into the European Union, and Turkey is not having its negotiation with the European Union moving forward. So every time it vetoes this constructive effort, and paying a heavy price. We're all paying a heavy price in Afghanistan for it. And in fact, they go so far as that when there's efforts to cooperate on the ground in Afghanistan, the Turks stand up and say, you can't do it. That's one thing that has to be sorted out, I think, in the future. To look at the Afghan situation, every single military commander out there, I stress the word military, says that success in Afghanistan is only partly military. The military, to use an old NATO image, is the shield. The sword is good governance, reconstruction, and development. It's expensive. It requires people on the ground. One of the things is a thing called provincial reconstruction teams. Lots of folks there, led by Afghans in terms of what Afghans want to do in their lives. These are things we learned in the West, right, after the Second World War. That's what people want in their own lives. During Vietnam, we used to talk about hearts and minds. It was kind of an ancillary thing. In Afghanistan, that's the key thing. As the last but one NATO commander, General Sir David Richards, a Brit, said, 70% of the Afghans haven't decided yet whether they're going to prevail, that is the Taliban and al-Qaeda, or whether the government in Kabul with its friends from abroad are going to prevail. And he got in trouble with it with some people. The only problem is he was probably underestimating the number. So the real issue is not so much how many more troops NATO will put in there, is what other things can one have? And I've been pushing this for quite some time. We need I think a European Union supremo on this side. We need an awful lot more resources, whether it's alternatives to poppies, training police, training the military, building things, helping local councils get on with their lives, on and on and on and on. That's the real answer. And it's a human matter of which the military is actually the relatively small part of it.